Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in. This is Turn Up the Volume here on Fox 54. I am Darasha Singleton, your web producer here. And as you know, this is a segment, Voices of Ladies United, Motivated, and Empowered. That's what the volume is standing for. And this is a segment here that we bring women in from across the CSRA and even beyond that, that are doing great things in their respective field, their respective lanes. And this morning we have a guest in who's a part of something huge right now, the First Lady of Payne College. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Yes, good to see you in, good to see you here. Today we just want to chit chat a little bit. We know over at Paine College, you all have some huge things unfolding, especially in the next coming weeks. But First Lady, I want to talk a little bit about your role as a First Lady. We know we have Dr. McCorn being sworn in basically as the 18th president there at Paine College. But I want to talk a little bit about your role.
Okay.
Yes.
First of all, thank you so much for having me. My name is Charlene McCorn, and I have been with my husband for 35 years. 34 married in November. And so when I met him, he was already pastoring a church. And we became fast friends. And so this role in Payne as a First Lady is new to Payne, but it's not new to me. Mm-hmm. I've been, quote unquote, First Lady for the past, since 1991.
Wow.
And so it's what I do. I'm a woman of faith, a strong believer in God and the principles of Jesus. And so being in a place where I can continue to serve, continue to empower, continue to be a part of the lives of young people is what I've done for my entire life. I come here as an elementary school teacher, 28 years in the public school system.
Wow.
I've taught in Connecticut, in Chicago, and Baltimore, South Carolina, and even in Georgia, in Fulton County public school system for a while. So being around young people is not new to me. Being a servant is not new to me. Being in ministry with my husband is not new to me. So I consider all of those things who I am at the core. And so First Lady is just a title, but it's certainly not who I am.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I love that, you've been in this title per se, but you also have been in the education. So it's like you're stepping into this role already having some knowledge on your hands.
Absolutely.
And as we speak about stepping into this role, I definitely want to know, how are you looking to approach this First Lady position at Payne College in a way to make it your own? Mm-hmm. I mean, just, some ways to make it different and again, as your own.
Yeah, so I'm somewhat of a renegade in that I make sure that I chart my own path. Mm. And so right now, of course, people are coming to me with the same question, like, what do you want to do? Are you going to do a mentorship? You're going to do this? You're going to do that? And I've said to people, I'm waiting for God to give me direction as to what I need to do. And right now, his instructions have been very clear. Be yourself. Be who you are. And then opportunities will come, and he will give me more instructions. So I do spend time on campus. I spend time with the students, male and female alike. So, people will say the girls need mentors, but guess what? The boys do too. The gentlemen do too. Mm-hmm. And I'm blessed that I have, beautiful children, we have adult children. And so I've been in their lives, helping them. And so being at Payne, gives me somewhat of an advantage being a mother of adult children, because I can call them, and our son works in the college setting at University of North Carolina. Our daughter does a lot of things. And then our youngest son, our daughter actually is in the arts, and so she works in the entertainment. And our youngest son is working in his senior year at Payne College. He came down to finish his business degree at Payne. So we believe
whole family
in Payne.
affair.
Absolutely. It is definitely a family affair, and we believe in Payne so much that, we encouraged our son to come and to be a part of what's happening at Payne. So my role right now is just to be Charlene, to be who I am. I love people. I am so much of an extrovert, and that shines through. And when I am clear about what it is that I need to do in terms of if it means having a foundation or something, then I will do that. But right now, I really am supporting my husband in the work that he's doing. I'm his prayer partner. I'm his intercessor. And I, am the same for the college, praying for them. And that really is a role that I take very seriously. So, no, I don't have these great agendas,
Right.
and I'm not trying to plant a garden or do anything. And I have nothing against that. But for me right now, that's not where I am. That's not what I've been called to do. And so once I know, everybody else will know. But right now, the Lord just said, be who you are.
Right. It's
And
one step
I'm
after
good
the
with that.
other.
Absolutely. And I'm perfectly good with that.
I love that. And Miss Charlene, you spoke a little bit about we believe in Payne. I think that right there is something very important to even stop and put a pinpoint in, because again, we spoke about Payne having a lot of great developments and just keep going forward. What are some of the things that that has gone on at Payne that you are most proud of today?
Wow, there's so many things. Of course, when we got here in January, we literally hit the ground running.
Yes.
And I had to buy dresses and, show up at, galas and things like that. But I think the most fun part that we've done right now is just engaging with alumni. I cannot begin to express to you how grateful we are for the Alumni Association at Payne College, the Augusta alumni, the DC alumni, the Atlanta alumni, the Macon alumni, the Savannah alumni. Everywhere we've gone, alumni has invited us, and we've heeded the call. But not only that, they've been kind to us. They believe in Payne. They love Payne. And when we call for alumni to show up, after the hurricane, of course, we were not here, but we had some needs. FEMA had not come through. The insurance company had not come through, and my husband put out a clarion call for alumni. Alumni stepped up. They showed up. They put their money where their mouths were. And they also, everywhere we've gone, they're like, we love Payne. We believe in Payne. And so there are many things that we've done, but just being a part of the Payne family, the community, the alumni, they're 10 toes down. They have boots on the ground, and they're like, tell us what we need to do, and we're in there. So that is kind of my spotlight. I just love what they're doing. The people that I've met, man, they literally just welcomed us in. It's like a big family reunion when we go places. They're hugging, and they're like, can we take pictures? But then they get down to the business of Payne. Like, what is it that we need to do to help Payne continue to move forward and be successful? And as I said, I do believe in Payne. My husband and I are here because we believe in Payne. We believe in the mission of Payne. We believe that lives will be transformed, and we believe that we're in a position to prepare that transformation to happen. And it's one step at a time. It's one person at a time. It's one endeavor at a time. My husband is a visionary, and he has great visions for Payne. But we also, being in ministry for 30 plus years, he was a pastor for 31 years, we understand that Rome wasn't built in a day, and the things that happened at Payne that need to be worked on didn't happen overnight. So it's going to take us some time. So, what we would ask is that people be patient, and that they also remember, like, the things that need to happen at Payne are going to take some time, but with us all working and being prayerful, it will happen.
Yeah, I think y'all are doing, a great job, and even getting that foot forward. Like you said, one person at a time, one step at a time. But it's great to see that y'all have this village of alumni and even just supporters in the CSRA and the community that are getting behind Payne and seeing what you all are doing. So just know that we see everything that's going on. And since he's, like you said, Dr. McCorn, as soon as he got in, I think we were one of his first visits here at Fox 54. So it's amazing just to continue to see his work, your work, and all of that be actually brought into light and see how it's changing and helping the college. Now, we want to get into this huge week that you all have coming in about 2 weeks.
Yes.
In about 2 weeks, having your investiture week.
Yes.
If I can get it out, I've been trying to say it all morning. I'm like investiture.
Yes.
And explain a little bit to those that may not know what that week entails. Explain a little bit of what that is.
Sure. Well, the first thing is the investiture is an opportunity for friends, family, community, those who support and believe in Payne to come together to sort of put a stamp on the decision that the board of trustees of Payne College made, and that was selecting my husband as the 18th president. And so the investiture will be people coming together. It will be ceremonial. So, he'll have his robe and the regalia, and so all of those things will happen. So we have people coming from near and far. And it really is an opportunity for the community to come together to celebrate this time, this special and specific time in the life of Payne College. So that's what the investiture is. Nice. So beginning on that Monday, there is a golf event in memory of the golfer, Mr. Dent.
Yes.
So that is something that's open to the public, and you can do that. And then on Tuesday, I'm really excited about Tuesday because Tuesday is a community event.
Oh, yes. Is this the toast?
This is the toast.
Okay, I wanted to get in about the toast. Yes.
So it's where everybody, we want everybody to come in, to have fun. They'll have some refreshments, and it's really just a time to just mingle. It's very low key. You don't have to dress up. You don't have to put on, your stilettos. That's not our suited and booted event. That comes later in the week.
Okay, save the stilettos.
Save the stilettos until Thursday night. Yeah. Now I probably will have mine on because I'm just comfortable in them.
Yes,
and then on Wednesday morning, we have the event that is the Constitution Day. Okay. And so that's Wednesday morning at 11. And
that sounds like the business. That sounds like getting down to business.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's something, I'm not really familiar with it, to be honest, but, it's the day that we honor the Constitution. And in today's climate, it's interesting, that we need to remember what the Constitution actually says and the rights and the privileges that we have as Americans.
Right.
And then at 2:00, we have a guest speaker coming in, and that is Reverend Dr. Hakeem Lewis. He's coming from Virginia to be a guest lecturer. And Wednesday night, Dr. Goodman, who everybody knows here, is the dynamic pastor at Tabernacle Baptist Church. He will be giving the keynote message, and we're having an ecumenical service. And we love for people of all faiths to come together to just worship with us in the chapel. Payne College has one of the most beautiful chapels in the world. Wow. And it, did sustain some damage with, Hurricane Helene. But we're just looking forward for an opportunity. It is still a very sacred place. And so that's an opportunity for us to come together as a community to worship and to give our praise and our honor to God for the things that he has done and that he continues to do at Payne College. And then on Thursday, as you said, that's the day, that's the investiture. The doors open at 10:30. The investiture starts at 11. And that's when we will put our stamp on the Reverend Dr. Lester Ajay McCorn as the 18th president of Payne College, period. So yes, we want to make sure that, everybody knows that he's the man in charge.
Yes.
And
you then, right there beside him, the lady in charge.
I will be there. I will be there supporting him as I always do, because, there's this little running joke that we run. We tag team. It's like you get 2 for 1. Hey. And you do, like I said, for the past, 30 plus years, it's both of us, and so
it seems like a great team.
It is.
Just you speaking, I can feel that y'all are a great team together.
Yeah, it is. And so, we work in tandem, and so that's going to be great. And then Thursday night, 7:00, the doors open at 6:30. We will be having the gala, and so that's, a play on the Met Gala and
nice.
Dandyism. And so we're looking forward to that. One of my favorite artists is Rudy Currents, And Rudy is going to be coming, and for those of you like, I don't know who he is, we know who he is, but he
Yes.
sings the song, I Belong Here. So, and he has many, many songs, and he's a Grammy producer and nominee, and so we're looking forward to having Rudy come
That's exciting.
with us, and then, just put on your best and whatever that is, and just come and dance. That's what I'm looking forward to, is just
my
being out there on that dance floor and
goodness.
greeting people and having fun. And then that kind of wraps it up. I think on Friday there's a 40 under 40 awards for
Okay.
those Painites who've been doing phenomenal things,
Yes.
entrepreneurs who started their own businesses and who are
Nice.
giving back and making positive impact in the community. So it's a whole week of activities, and we're just, excited. It's going to be busy, trying to catch our breath, and we have family that's coming in from,
nice.
different places. And so we're just, we have a village in Augusta. We have a village here, but I'm a native of Georgia, born and raised in Monroe, Georgia.
Okay.
And so we have, family coming from Monroe. We have family coming from Baltimore, just different
Wow.
places. And we're excited. We're really excited to be in Augusta. We're excited about, what's happening at Payne College.
I love this. It's such a community feel, you all are bringing and making
Yeah.
sure everybody, like, we're doing this for the college, yes, but you have so many events that you're welcoming everybody.
Everyone, absolutely,
Yes.
everyone. We
That
want
is-
everybody to come and celebrate, because really, my husband always says Augusta needs Payne, but Payne also needs Augusta. And so this is an opportunity for Payne and Augusta to come together. We want all boots on the ground. We want smiles, and we want networking, and we want opportunities for people to just, who've not seen each other in a while, to come together and get to know us and get to see us. Hopefully this is going to be a beautiful marriage that's going to last for a very long time. The coming together of President McCorn and the community, and Lady McCorn in the community, and we want the D9 present, obviously. That's a big deal, in black colleges at HBCUs. So we want to see, the Deltas and the AKs and the Alphas and the Kappas and the Iotas and the Qs and, we
All
want
of 'em.
everybody, the Zetas and, Sigma Gamma Rho. We want them there, in their paraphernalia, so that we can, see them on the yard. So it's just going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time.
Yes, this sounds so exciting. I mean,
Yeah.
and this not even homecoming.
It's not.
This
It's
just
not.
bringing
That's
y'all
the beautiful.
in.
That's the most beautiful thing, because we do want to have events that are not just about homecoming. And we
Right.
love homecoming. Now, homecoming was lit, and that's in February, and we put
Right.
those dates out, so you can go to the Payne website, and see what those dates are. But this is like a pre-homecoming celebration. So I'm glad that you brought that up. That's great.
I love that. That's amazing. And again, it's just so exciting for y'all to see your excitement first going
Yeah.
into the week. What is something you want outsiders, CSRA, those that don't go to Payne? What is one thing you all want to get out to those about Payne? Like, this is Payne for people that don't know. This is how we would describe Payne College here.
Okay. In the 7 months that I've been here, and remember, I haven't been here very long.
Right.
So,
This is just
so
this is just what you've seen.
This is,
your
this is
snapshot.
just what I see. So this is with limited knowledge. So let me say that up front.
Yes.
But what we want people to know is that Payne is a place where growth can take place, where transformation can take place. So we want students who are traditional, students who are non-traditional, students who are new to college, students who didn't think that college was possible. We want to take them. And as has been said, you take those diamonds in the rough and you put them in an environment where they learn to grow and they shine, and you start dusting them off, and you find the creases and all of the rough places, and then they realize, like, I had what it took to be successful the whole time. And so at Payne, we want to make sure that we're giving them the tools to grow and to become their best selves, and not just for themselves, but for the community, for the world at large, because we need leaders. We need young people who stand for what's right. We need young, and when I say young, I mean young at heart, because we do have traditional students who are not 18, 19, 20 years old. And so it doesn't matter what the age is. We want them to come into this environment where they feel loved, they feel seen, they know that there are people who care about me. and who are going to have my back. And I think that's the beauty of HBCUs in general. I did not graduate from an HBCU. I graduated from Valdosta State College, and I'm very proud of that, and have a master's degree from University of New Haven.
Nice.
But my husband is a Morehouse grad, and then, we have sons who've been at Livingstone and Clinton and now at Payne. So I'm the wife and a mother, and so I'm still immersed in the HBCU world. So I understand that HBCUs do something for students that other colleges sometimes may not. We give people second chances. Our classes are small. Our instructors are intentional. And so that's what we want people to know about Payne, that it is a place where you can come, find your niche. If we don't have it, then talk to the people and find avenues of creating your own, because we don't all fit into a box. But when you're at a small college and you have opportunities to find that place, and so what better place than Payne College in Augusta, Georgia?
What better place?
What better place? No better place.
I love that. I think that you wrapped it up perfectly right there. What better place, and what better leaders to be leading it right now,
for such a time as this.
Yes, for such a time as this. That's amazing. I'm excited to continue to see the college grow, and just to see what else we can expect from you all, and especially from you.
Absolutely.
I know you said you're just going one foot in front of the other, and getting your ducks in a row with events and everything. But is there anything outside of the Investiture Week that that you yourself probably have planned coming up later in the future, or still just like getting it together?
Yeah, so I'm still getting it together. There is talk and about having an event for First Lady, and getting some of the women in the CS. I'm getting these alphabet.
Yeah,
so you have to
so
help me
many.
with that. So in the Augusta CSRA region, getting those women together and impactful. That may be in the spring, but again, right now we're just trying to get through the investiture.
Oh yeah.
And and then we have the masquerade ball that's in February. So we have and we have homecoming coming up. So there are many things that we have on the agenda already. So we'll see what happens. And I can't stress enough, I really, really, really want to be led to make sure that what I'm doing is in divine order, and not just what people think I should be doing.
Just throwing out events to just
throwing out, and you should
like
do
you
this,
said, planting a garden.
And that's not my ministry. I mean,
Right.
I love the outdoors. I'm enjoying Augusta. I'm enjoying being down by the Savannah River and walking, and the events that are happening on Sunday evenings and Saturdays, and so I really am just taking an opportunity to get to learn the area, and again, having conversations with the students on a daily basis. I'm not one who just shows up every now and then. If you come on campus, the kids will tell you, like, yeah, we know her, we see her, she talks to us. And so being that person that they know is a familiar face, I think is more important, because being an educator all these years, relationships is the most important thing. Kids and people in general, they don't care how much you know until they know that you care about them, that you're genuine, that you're sincere in their well-being. And so that is who I am, and I'm hoping, that that's what comes across. And so we have some things that, that we'd like to do, but right now it's not definite. Yeah. And so when that time comes, I'm going to come back to you and say, hey, can I come on your platform? And can I talk to you
You're always welcome.
Absolutely. So I do want to do my shameless plug for those of you who, are like, what's happening at Payne College?
Yes.
Please, please, please go to, if you're not following my husband on social media, that's the first thing that you need to do.
Social media.
Social media. So he's on Instagram and he's on Facebook. And then, of course, Payne College has its own Facebook and Instagram. And so there are posts on there. Go back and look at our YouTube channel. So if you're not familiar with him, the convocation that we had in his first 100 days, giving the outline of the the challenges that we've had,
right,
and the successes that we had, and the vision moving forward. And I'm really excited because I am his biggest fan when it comes to public speaking. He is an amazing, amazing speaker.
Awesome.
But the investiture will also give him an opportunity to share his vision for Payne moving forward. So, you know, I'm his sidekick. So I don't know what that vision is. God didn't give it to me, but I know that he has it. And so just being in anticipation with everybody else as he speaks and just watching, you know, things unfold one thing at a time and checking off that list of what, you know, he sees and where Payne is going to, you know, could go is just, it is something I'm so excited about it. I really am. I'm just so excited.
We're excited. We're excited to
Yeah,
see that
yeah,
list,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
keep checking things off.
Yeah.
It was so great to have you in today. I mean,
Thank you.
You gave a lot of great gems, I think, on Payne College, on YouTube, just how you all are approaching this. I think is very important. I think everybody can, you know, just see through the college that you all are really putting into this college.
Yeah,
really
yeah.
putting into it.
And, you know, we believe, you know, I said before, we believe in Payne College, but we also believe that we were called to Payne College.
Yeah.
So, again, being people of faith, we were very comfortable in Rock Hill, South Carolina, doing the work at Clinton College for 7.5 years. We were comfortable there. And then when the opportunity came to come to Payne College, it was like, okay, are we going to do this? You know, are we ready to move again? And there were just so many things that were happening and the pieces that were coming together. And we prayed about it, and then we came here. And again, it was not a perfect situation. Some things, you know, like, really? Is this what we came into?
Like, hold on.
But
Rock
there
Hill,
has
you sure I
not,
can't
yeah,
come
but
back?
there hasn't been a time where we've looked back and said we made a wrong decision.
Right.
And so when I say we believe in Payne, we really, really believe in the vision and the mission of Payne, and we believe in what, you know, is going to happen at Payne. And we're just blessed, tremendously blessed, that we get to be a part of it, you know, that it's bigger than us. And we totally understand that what is going to happen is much bigger than us, but we also understand that what we do now is so important that we get it right, because it is going to affect and impact the trajectory of Payne College for years beyond where we are now. And we're praying that, you know, our names will be called in the annuals of those who did right by Payne. And so we're called here, we're dedicated to the work, and we believe in Payne. So, you know, it's all about that Lion Nation and that purple and white, and, you know, we're going to do what we have to do, and we're going to do it with excellence, everything with excellence. And so that's what we're calling, you know, those people who want to join us and want to work hard. Come on, you know, we need you. We need hands. We need feet. We need people who are willing to work and to grow with us in the process.
Thank you, First Lady Charlene, for coming in and chit-chatting with me, okay?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. It was a blessing and a privilege for me.